welcome back. Dave Eling with the Veterans Did You Know? Today we're at Baker College and we're talking about getting back into school, whether you're a veteran or non-veteran. The same policy applies. We're just talking about veterans issues with it because of the GI Bill and make sure everybody uses their benefits. And before we broke here, we were talking about older students, getting back into the workforce by having to be retrained and coming back to the college. That can be kind of intimidating if you've been out of school for a number of years. And I think a lot of people think, well, I can't compete with these kids in the educational setting, but that's not true. So have an old guy like myself who's been around for a long time, I need to get back and retrain, and I'm going to come and see you. And how do you alleviate the apprehension that I have about sitting here with a whole bunch of kids that I think I'm not qualified to sit here for? So what do you do with me?
Absolutely. Well, one of the things that we do offer is called College Success Strategies. It usually is like a 2.5-week class. And usually you can take it before school even starts. That's the best part of it. You can take it before school even starts or the first couple of weeks of school. And it gets you back into the swing of things. Or if you've never been to college before, it lets you know what to expect, which is really kind of neat. And it goes over study skills, it goes over major choices, it talks about how to use our internet, how to use our Blackboard sites, which you will use in classes. Basically, you'd be doing things online. It talks about where things are located, if you have questions or answers, where you want to go around the school. It basically tries to allay your fears and get you into the swing of things before the classes really start.
Well, that's nice because I think everybody is a little apprehensive. But I know when I went back to school as an adult, and it was fun. I mean, I got that first taste of it. I saw people my own age and even younger ones, and the younger kids. Kind of look at you first like, what's these old guys doing back here? But then they think, well, that's pretty cool that you realize that you have to go back to school. The education is important, and you kind of tell them, so, you can get it now at your age, or you can wait till you're my age and start. But get it now while you're early. So I think it kind of motivates the younger kids that, well, if you guys are doing it, then well, we should be taking it seriously too. Because I think a lot of times younger kids get in there, and if mom and dad's toting a note on it or somebody else is. They kind of squander some of those early classes, and it's a party thing, and they don't take it so seriously as this is your life. This is going to be some kind of a career that hopefully is put bread on your table because mom and dad's going to ask you to move out one of these days. Although it seems like kids are staying longer and longer and longer now, but that's great. That's a nice class, and it's free. You can just come in and take that, or you sign up for it.
No, you sign up for it.
Okay.
In fact, we encourage everyone who has never taken a college course to take that. We strongly encourage it, require that, but the people who have been to college before, not necessarily required, but we do strongly encourage it, just to find out what the Baker way is, and to, like I said before, allay the fears of, oh my gosh, what am I going to get myself into now?
Okay.
Oh, well, and as part of their first visit too, we give them a thorough tour of campus because we want them not only to walk in the hallways, but to see sample classrooms. And we'd like them to see classes in session and to see the makeup of the classes, so they will see adults like themselves in class, and that really brings the apprehension level down a great deal. So tours right in the beginning when they're first even thinking about school is very important that they do that. And then we tell them about different services that we have. I've already mentioned the tutoring. Something that we're very proud of too, as they get started in school, the very first week of every quarter, Christy knows that we do this, is that we go out into the hallways. And those of us who are Baker people, and we have our name tags so they know who we are, and we help direct traffic. And so every day of the first week of every quarter, we're in the hallway so people don't get lost. And you can see the people who are new. They're coming in going like this. And they're not sure, and the kind of glassy eyes, and we just, hey, can we help you find someplace? And we make sure everyone gets to class through that whole first week, and then they've got it. They feel confident, they know where their classroom is, and they're not just left to flounder or get lost around, and they get going. And those fears, it's amazing to see how afraid they are. Some of them, not everybody, but some, are when they get started. And then to see towards the end of the quarter, after each quarter we have a celebratory dinner that the president of the college puts on and invites, it's called the President's 4.0 dinner. And 4.0 means you got all A's. You did really well. And so we invite you to a college complimentary dinner from the college. And it is amazing how that is predominantly adults. It really is, way more than kids, and it's great to see. And some of the people who are most nervous in the beginning, you will see at some of those 4.0 dinners, because as you said, Dave, they're here because they want to be. They're not being pushed to be here by mom and dad. They want to be here. They're serious about it. I'm here to learn. And once they get that first kind of week under the belt, they're ready to go, and they perform very well. if you ask our instructors, I bet they would tell you, in all honesty, that adult students really, they participate more, they're serious about it, they do their homework, that their attendance is great, they love having adult students. I know they would tell you without exception that they love having adult students.
Well, when you have that group discussions, you have a wealth of field experience, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
The common sense and field experience that you bring to the table, and it all meshes with the book sense also. We were just talking about being online. You could go online to fill out some of these forms or these applications. And does Baker offer online classes too that you can take, that you can get into?
We do. Do you want to say anything about that?
Sure.
You want me to?
No, that's absolutely. I'll say something about it. Yeah, we do offer online classes. Our online format is a little bit different. You do have to go through you have to go through an online orientation, and it takes about a day to do that. They say 8 hours, but some people get it done sooner, some people get it done a little bit later. There's a 24-hour approval process, and then you'll get an email saying that you can take online classes. Usually our classes are 10 weeks long if you're on campus. Online, they're 6 weeks long, and they are broken up into 2 sessions. And you can take up to 2 classes per session, which is kind of neat. And it's done all online. All of the tests are online. Everything that you would have to turn in would be online. You wouldn't have to come to campus for that. The only thing, I'm going to segue to the veterans. We have to be careful with that because if you are interested in online, please, please, please go see your VA certifying official, because we handle it a little bit differently than if you do all of your classes on the ground. The VA pays out a little differently if everything is online.
Because I know they break it up in quarter, half, 3/4 full time, and so that comes into play.
Correct, it could come into play.
How much you get reimbursed, or they're going to assist with your tuition for how many classes you take.
Correct.
And that's all part of the initiative when I come in. If these are the kind of questions I should be asking is about online, is about how do we get to where we're going to go, and there's just the courses you're talking about, it makes it a smooth segue from being in the military and coming back and using those skills to get into the college here and stuff. It makes it easy. You're here to make them success. So don't be intimidated by coming to college. I mean, your only reason for you guys being here is if that person will walk in the door and have them walk out the other end of the college with a degree and be successful and have skills that they're going to use, so they can go back and say, I want to get my next degree. Or
Absolutely.
Or I want my kids to come here because, and Baker College has a first-rate reputation anyway of putting out a quality education and, like you said, assisting the high rate of employability at the end. When you complete a degree at Baker, you have a great chance of getting a very good job and not having to wait and say, boy, I'm waiting tables here. I got this degree in so-so, and I'm out here waiting tables because it's not good for anything. You waste a lot of your time and a lot of money. So it's important to get all those things on your belt before you start. In the first segment there, where we started talking, we kind of led in a little bit to the culinary school. We were talking about baking and cooking and having a desire, and what a tremendous campus is. You want to give us a little spill on the culinary school? Or?
Absolutely. We're so proud of the Culinary Institute. It's downtown Muskegon, about 40,000 square feet, 3-story building, and it has state-of-the-art classrooms, labs, demonstration kitchens, courses, restaurants, the sweet shop, bakery, and coffee shop. And so it's a state-of-the-art facility with some of the equipment that's found in no other place in the country but at the Culinary Institute of Michigan. We have excellent instructors. The chef instructors are second to none. And we have great chef-to-student ratio so that class sizes are kept small. Students come together in what we call cohorts. They start with 16 students in each class, and they go through the program together. They get to know each other very well. There's a lot of support there, and the instructors can really help them. But so much of it is hands-on. And we like eating some of the homework and some of the things that are shared with us. It's absolutely wonderful. So, but our reputation is really gone countrywide. Now I think we have students now from 17 different states, a couple different countries, and so people are coming from all over to get state-of-the-art training to be chefs. And at the end, they too, as with all of our programs, have work experiences, and that is something that really separates us out from all of the colleges that I'm aware of. I've been in the college business and been here 30 years at Baker College, and I know of no other colleges that have the work experiences built into even the associate degrees like we do. You can look at other colleges and you'll find them having them with bachelor degrees, And some of them are voluntary, some are not required. Many of them at other colleges, the students have to find them. And here at Baker, it's so different because our associate degrees, we want them to have good work experiences. We help them get those work experiences so they have experience plus the training that's on their resume. And that way they're able to perform better. And they are sought after by other employers because they bring both things to the table. My training and my education is right there, but here's my experience. And so that's what's beautiful about that. So having Courses Restaurant, getting back to culinary, having Courses Restaurant enables our students to not only learn their craft, but to practice it in Courses Restaurant under the direction and supervision of chefs. And so it's a wonderful program. It's an associate degree, approximately 2 years, full-time 2 years. And then they have as an option to get an associate degree in baking and pastry. And then the 4-year degree, if they would like that, would be in food and beverage management. So they're able to not only combine their ability to cook, but possibly to own a restaurant or to run a resort or get the management aspect of the whole operation.
When do you get to be called chef? I mean, I always said you guys call them chef. So what do you have to do to get that chef title?
Well, you have to graduate from, yes, you have to get that degree and experience. Okay. And there are different levels of chef, and you, through experience and through, believe it or not, they go to competitions. And they have to perform in competitions. And that's how they also get additional ratings as they go through their career. So that's what happens. You have to have the degree and competitions and experience. There are sometimes tests along the way that you take. So that's exactly what happens.
If you take 16 in a class, is there a waiting list to get into your school, into culinary school?
Not at this point, though. We're very full. We probably have over 600 students right now at the Culinary Institute, close to 700. So we're close to being full. But they do come in their varying lab classes. You're literally in school. We divide our school day into segments of 5-hour labs, and we go 7 in the morning till noon. Would be one class that will meet Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then we have another class of 16 that will meet noon to 5, and another one from 5 to 10. And then we have a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, or Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So all these different cohorts are going through on those types of segments. It may sound confusing, but when we talk to people, we can map it out so they see exactly how it goes. Nice part is they stay with that group, and it becomes a very supportive. I think we'd all understand that. You go with those people, go all the way through. There's such a support network that happens, and if someone gets behind or needs extra help or thinks they're going to stop out for a reason, the others rally around them and don't let them do it and keep things going. So it's a wonderful environment to learn in.
And that's the thing, another thing we always heard was night school. Going to night school, we referred to it just because you worked the job full time to daytime, but you went to night school, and so you had the same evening classes that if you had a full-time daytime job, you're still able to come and get that full complement of courses in the evening times. So that's cool. It's very nice to be able to do that. All right, we need to take another break here, so we'll be back in just a few minutes after a word from our sponsors. Thank you very much.